So here I am again, and yeah, the fans are on, so the volume probably sucks a little bit, which is why I moved the camera, and I'm kind of looking down into the lens. I had another experience with death. A man who I was very close to, name's John, my youngest child's grandfather on the mother's side, and death sucks. You know, it's the it's the one thing about life we know is going to happen, and I appreciate that I got to have the 21 years or so that I knew this man. He's a good man, old school. Had some he was a hard worker. He was intelligent. He was funny as hell. Spiritual, and I'm gonna miss him, and so I'm just reminding you that we don't know how long we have, or anybody else for that matter, and sometimes we make choices and we say things that hurt people's feelings, or we don't talk to them, or what have you. And I would suggest that before you really lose it, or talk meanly or hurtful to somebody that you say you care about, think about what if those were the last words I were to say to them. Now, in the case of John and I, my last words to him were pleasant. They were fine. And while he was dealing with some early onset dementia, it was a day where he had pretty good clarity, and his words to me were fine, and we locked eyes a few times, and there was love there. And while you're never ready to say goodbye to somebody, there are some people in my life that I've known for a long time that it would bother me that if this is, if I never got to talk to them again, thinking of you, Elsie, that it's unfortunate that the way our relationship had ended, it would be very unfortunate. So when thinking about how you feel, remember that others have feelings as well. And so to be upset at someone for not reaching out and saying, hey, by the way, your uncle died less than 20 hours after they died, when they died in your cousin's arms, let's say, maybe you're not realizing how much they're dealing with, and maybe your emotional intelligence isn't as strong as you think it is. It's okay for you to hurt and you to cry, but to hurt others because you feel that your feelings and emotions are more important than theirs is a very slippery slope. We deal with this in society right now with the whole transgender community and so forth, and which I am supportive of. That said, there was somebody in my life that as they were transitioning, I would call them by their birth name because I knew them since they were about 6 months old. And at first this individual would get very angry. Oh, da 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 da, or if I referred to them as, oh, well, what does she think? I'm here. And it's like, well, I knew you for 22 years as this person with this gender, and while I'm not against referring to you with your new name and new gender, be patient, because I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not one of these assholes that's like, oh, fuck you, you know what I mean? And so that's in society, but when you're talking in your own family, or even your selected family, it might behoove you to really recognize that other people's emotions are valid. And while you may be hurting, like in the example with the uncle, why didn't you reach out and tell me that my uncle died? But you're not recognizing that uncle's child, your cousin, held this person in their arms as they died. And Maybe you could have been a little gentler and recognized, yes, you're hurting, but that person's hurting maybe more than you are. That was their parent. Something to think about. Love and hugs to you all. Keep creating. Spread a little positivity if you can.